Welcome to part 12 of the Metal Gear Solid playthrough.
The nuclear warhead storage, huh?
Fast
You
travel.
think there's any Rule 34 of the box?
Brian?
Just the box.
Did you not hear yourself? It's Rule 34.
Listen.
It's Rule 34.
Of the box.
Yes. That's
Yes.
what's called an oxymoron. Emphasis on moron. Yeah.
I wonder if there is.
It's a Rule 34. Of course it is.
Now I'm curious. You know what? I'm gonna do some research after this recording.
Right. Research. Yeah. That's exactly why you have those tabs in your bookmarks. Right. Oh, yeah. In today's part, I'm still cleaning out the rest of the rooms because I now have the level 6 card key, and so yeah, I'm basically just gonna clean out the rest of the first building. How the game is set up is that there are 3 buildings, which are referred to as floors. I just learned this because we were making fun of like the first floor basement. Or like the second floor basement or something. Isn't that just the first floor? What they're referring to as floors is just the different number of buildings throughout Shadow Moses here. So yeah, we're cleaning out both building 1 and building 2 right now before moving on to building 3. Ouch. And then we're finally gonna progress with plot. Because, you know, there might be some secrets here that might come in handy later. You never know.
True, but you guys will just cut out all of this?
Like the thermal goggles. I guess, yeah. It doesn't really add up that much filler, I guess. Like, even if I didn't do all this, we might still have a 20-part playthrough. Maybe 19. It's not that big of a backtrack. Yeah, building 1. Oh yeah, I think this is the last time I'm gonna, you know, kill the guy in the bathroom. One last time.
He's been getting bullied throughout this playthrough.
Yeah, there are multiple guards just like, you know, minding their own business, and then here I am.
They're like, who keeps killing all these guys in the bathroom? At least
What if it wasn't even multiple guards? It's just the same guard who's been trying to finish the same bathroom break?
I don't know. You can't kill the same person more than once.
Listen,
that,
it's
dude.
nanomachines.
Nanomachines? Okay,
Yeah.
I guess that makes sense.
No, it makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, nanomachines is the catch-all answer.
I guess so. If something doesn't make sense.
Listen, this underpaid nuclear material guard has been waiting to use the bathroom. Has been trying to do the same bathroom break this entire time, and he just hasn't been able.
At this point,
Stuck in a time
Hallucinating, he
loop.
thinks it's Groundhog's Day or
That's the
whatever.
true time.
as he's about to finish his pee, he just has to start again.
Right.
That's the true time paradox. Game over right there.
Marquita.
He actually finishes his bathroom break. He goes out the bathroom. He dies by a nuke.
Oh, here we go again.
Just imagine he goes to her bathroom break and just a grenade fucking goes off in the urinal.
Oh, I should have done that.
This time he tried to hide behind the wall.
I should have set up a claymore in front of the urinal just so I could have that happen. Oh man. But yeah, we're
Good
finally
old-fashioned bathroom claymore. Oh, that's right. I completely forgot that we just came to get a sniper. Oh wait, no, this is different. Hold on.
like
We already did that.
yeah, we already did that, and now
This is where Meryl died. We finally got back to where Meryl died, in quotations.
in quotations. Yeah. Her body disappeared. I think her body disappeared during the Sniper Wolf boss fight once you finally got the sniper rifle. But then, you know, you got conked down and was sent to the very first building. So you had to make the backtrack here as well.
I can still help. I want to help you.
Quiet down. Save your strength.
I was a fool. I wanted to be a soldier. But war is ugly. There's nothing glamorous about it. Snake, please save yourself. Go on living and don't give up on people. Don't forget me.
Snake, about Meryl.
Colonel, I'm sorry.
Listen to me.
I wasn't able to protect her.
Snake, she's a soldier. She knows that prisoners are a part of war. She joined up of her own free will. I'm sure she was prepared for this.
No, you're wrong. Meryl thought she had to become a soldier. Thought it was the only way. She said she thought it would bring her closer to her dead father.
She said that?
She wasn't ready for real combat. I shouldn't have pushed her so hard. It's all my fault.
That's not like you, Snake.
Master, what is it?
Sorry for eavesdropping, but I just couldn't listen anymore.
Master.
Snake, you can ever...
Yeah, I don't think I've formally introduced this character yet, but Master Miller is basically your mentor during the early days of Foxhound before you retired. He also retired as well. So basically the both of you were brought out of retirement to help with this mission.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and Master Miller, he knows about animals. He's your animal expert for whenever, if you ever need that. It was more useful in the MSX games because you did a lot of animal-based puzzles in that. Not in this game. I only showed him off to, like, I only called him like during the rooms with the wolves just so I could see what his dialogue was for the wolves. But that was pretty much it. He does serve like a kind of bigger role once we get into disc 2, because he's also doing some behind the scenes stuff, looking into backgrounds of some people. You'll see.
He was Japanese, and he became a special undercover investigator to nab the mafia.
When was that?
And you can kind of see hints of it right here. He's kind of sus of Naomi, actually.
Naomi, I thought you didn't have any family.
Well, I researched it after I became an adopt. My grandfather was already dead by the time I learned about him. I never even had the chance to meet him.
Oh.
Snake, good luck.
Watch your back, Snake.
Dun dun.
So yeah, you can kind of see the beginnings of tensions between Master Miller and Naomi here. But we'll save that for disc 2. Yeah, this game was split into 2 discs because it's kind of a big game for the PS1. So it's basically, in fact, I don't know if games still do multiple disc things. Yeah, I didn't think so. Usually,
because you mostly download them into the console itself.
Yeah.
I mean, in the case of Cyberpunk, it's an installation disc and a play disc.
Yeah, it's not like the game is split into disc. It's a data disc and then a ROM disc. Yeah, which is interesting, but
GTA 5 on the Xbox 360 was the same way.
Well, for the 360, sometimes yes, sometimes no, because I do have GTA 5 for the 360, because I'm a bitch. But the first disc is the installation disc, but then the second disc is the ROM disc. But I also have LA Noire for the 360 because I'm a bitch. The game is split up into 3 discs. It's not like an installation disc and stuff. Yeah, it's basically because the game has 21 missions, and so 7 missions are split into each disc. So it's weird like that, and It was for the 360 only in that generation. The PS3 had no multi-disc games because it was actually working with Blu-ray technology.
Yeah.
What were you saying, Josh?
Well, I was saying with at least like with me with Cyberpunk, because it's like the installation disc and the playing disc and stuff like that. I got confused when I was like setting up for my Xbox because like I put in the first disc and it was like put in the second one and then like it just didn't do anything. I put in the second disc and it was like please continue the installation with the first disc. And I'm like, what the fuck do you want from me?
That's weird.
I don't know, but like I mean the game just works. I just put the one disc and like everything is just finished with that. So I got kind of confused, but.
What should I do?
Huh.
It's impossible
Yeah.
from the inside. They always use
But yeah, multi-disc things are wild to say the least. Yeah,
kind of weird.
kind of. Yeah, I guess it makes sense, especially nowadays when games are getting substantially bigger. They just surpass the limitations that a physical disc can handle.
Yeah,
which is why
I've
digital
had way
is
too many
so
games
prevalent.
be like that.
Yeah. Especially since someone like me who prefers physical over digital, especially when the days come when the consoles no longer support digital things. That's gonna happen one day. Wii U, 3DS. Just having stuff physically is much better, even if it is cheaper on digital stores. The digital stores are gonna go down one day. With that being said, I don't have shelf space. Yeah. I am what's known as a video game collector, not a video game player. I
That's fair.
more than half of the discs that I own I have yet to play.
Well, because you don't have the console.
Well, most of them at least.
Yeah.
One day I will get a Series X. We just gotta wait. But yeah.
apparently Halo 4 was in 2 discs.
Yeah, here, I can grab it off my shelf right now.
I was trying to think like what game did I have that was also 2 discs. I knew I had something, and I guess it was Halo 4. The first disc is single player. The second disc is for multiplayer.
Oh yeah, some games did that as well, which is kind of odd. I'm not exactly sure how that works. I think Battlefield 3 does the same thing.
But I think Alien Isolation for the Xbox 360 is also a multi-disc.
That makes sense. It was a 2014 game, and I'm not sure if it was for X1 and PS4.
I don't think when it came out it was, but it eventually did get a Xbox One and PS4 release.
Okay, yeah, that... okay. Yeah, that's what it looks like, yeah. Because it was still around the like... Usually cross-generation games usually last for about 2-ish years before like the game developers stop making games for the previous generation. Like with you, Brian, you actually own the 360 version of Metal Gear Solid 5, right? Brian?
Yes.
Yeah. You own Solid 5 for the 360.
Oh, that's right. I think that's also a multi-disc.
Yeah, well, that makes sense given that game's large scope. But yeah, you own the 360 version, which came out in 2015. I think 2016 was the first year they stopped developing for all that stuff.
I think so.
And for our current generation, starting in 2023, they're not going to make any more stuff for the PS4 and X1 anymore. It's gonna focus on the main consoles. I kind of wish they would just at least hang on for another year, because we're still living in a kind of fucked up time right now. At least manufacturing wise. Because PS5s and X1s are still, I guess, not as rare as at launch, but they're still kind of rare and still hard to develop for.
Like it's like even to this day, it is still really difficult to get like the new consoles.
Yeah, so I kind of wish we would just have at least one more year of multi-platform games. But I don't think that's gonna happen. Because the game industry be like that, and you know, developers want to go all out. It's like it's the peak of their creative liberties, is what they're saying to themselves, and they need the power to actually run this shit. I think that's why the Final Fantasy VII Remake got a port to the PS5 so quick as it did, because the rest of the remake series is going to be on PS5 exclusively. Until you get the PC ports, of course, on Epic Games. But yeah, one day I will own a 9th-gen console that's not the Switch. I mean, if you think about it, like, nowadays we make a meme of, like, will the Switch be able to run it? Can it run on Switch? because the games are getting so more substantially bigger that the Switch can't handle it. That's mainly due to the fact that, well, the Wii U was a failure, so Nintendo had to do something. Nintendo had to do something fairly quickly. They didn't want to wait for everybody else to make the next console, like they pretty much did with all the other console generations. So basically, maybe it's not an entirely accurate statement to say, but the faults of the Switch mainly come to the fact that the Wii U sucks ass. Because think about it, if the Wii U had done it successfully as Nintendo wanted to be at launch and later on, I feel like the Wii U could have lived on the full 7-year length that the PS4 and X1 did. But because it didn't, Nintendo had to same themselves with the Switch. Which, it's great that they did. The Switch is like the best console of all time. But
yeah, the Switch is like the best-selling console, period, pretty much.
I still don't think it's reached PS2 levels, but it's close up there. Point being, because the Switch is basically 2017 technology, and the PS5 and X Series are 2020 technology, and so the Switch is very much going to be behind in hardware for a lot of these things. A lot of the games that are coming out, especially, I guess the standard now is open world. I don't know.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing right now is like open world games.
Yeah, every game needs to be open world, right?
Because Breath of the Wild didn't, so everyone's trying to kind of go off of that success.
Which is weird, because Breath of the Wild was just Zelda's version of open world. Like, open world, I don't think Breath of the Wild was that revolutionary in terms of open world gameplay, but in terms of the Zelda franchise, it was. But with open world games, there were like a lot of them before Breath of the Wild. But I guess because Breath of the Wild was such a commercial success that everyone else wants to get in on that.
Yeah. Cough, cough, Halo Infinite, cough, cough, Sonic Frontiers.
Yeah. I always forget that Halo Infinite's open world. It's so weird. I don't know why. And I don't think I asked this during our Reach playthrough. Is Halo Infinite supposed to be like the trilogy capper to 4 and 5?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. So that's weird.
I remember like hearing a while like before like Infinite came out and stuff like that of supposedly that it was going to be like the last Halo game or something like that, and there's no way that's gonna happen. Halo is too successful for that to happen.
Yeah, it's I said it somewhere before, but basically it's some franchises have their moment. Like if there's a story to be told, they'll tell it, and then when the story's going to be done telling it, that's just the end of the franchise. You know, some franchises are just meant to die, and that's not saying it in a bad way. That's just saying every game has their time.
Yeah, stop making Mario games.
Yeah, but stuff like stuff like Mario and Halo is pretty much the biggest money makers. Even if they cap the story off like they sort of did with Halo 3, you know that ain't gonna be the last game in the franchise.
No.
Yeah. But yeah, but stuff like this franchise, Solid 5, that was pretty much the last Metal Gear game. Its story's been told. It didn't end great, but its story's been told. It doesn't need to do anymore.
Yeah.
What was your opinion on 5, Ethan?
Solid 5, I have not played the game for myself, but from what I hear, the gameplay is great. The story is absolute dog shit.
It's funny because one of my other coworkers actually likes that game.
Well, probably likes it for the gameplay, because Solid 5 is the one game in the franchise that has 75% gameplay and 25% cutscene. Whereas all the other games in the franchise are opposite.
Yeah.